Hello, welcome back to another episode of HBO Max. I'm your host Makenna. Joining me as always is Brandon. Hi Brandon, how are you today?
Sleepy.
Sleepy time. Yeah, I'm sleepy. Very, very, very sleepy. I just finished classes on Thursday, and I haven't been able to sleep in yet. Well, I say sleep in, like, not that I've been getting
No,
up.
yeah, I spent most of the day sleeping. Like I woke up around like 8:30 or so, but then just like a couple naps throughout the day, you know?
Yeah, taking napping time. I used to not. I mean, I don't take many naps anymore. But when I was in England, I napped a lot. Like I would lay down, not even like lay down like how you're supposed to lay in bed. I would lay across my bed and I would go on TikTok for a little bit, and then I would shut my
Okay.
eyes for a few seconds, and then I'd wake up like 30 minutes later.
Do you think that's a result of like you being in a different time zone?
That's what I was thinking, because like I was off straight from the start. Um and then I just couldn't sleep at night. England, the sky, it would get dark like at like 10 p.m. and then it would start getting light around 2 or 3, which threw me off because sometimes I'd be up past 2 or 3 and I peek out my window and it's starting to get light out.
People
Which
shouldn't live that far north.
no, it was confusing. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm not for that. I don't like that.
No. I don't. And like the sun was setting at 3 p.m. today. Like I was thinking about, like, it was like I would go to get McDonald's down the road at 9 p.m. and it'd be like, it would look like it was 3 o'clock. Like it was. I don't get time.
No, not a fan.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. We watched Die Hard.
Oh, we did. Right.
At least I watched Die Hard.
Fucking Die Hard. Well, the reason I picked Die Hard was because I didn't really have time to watch a new movie for this episode, and I've seen Die Hard like a million times, so I didn't have to rewatch Die Hard to do this episode. Because I've watched Die Hard at least every Christmas for like the last 10 years, and then just multiple times throughout the year. In between all that, because it's a fucking perfect movie and it's amazing.
A great movie. This is the first time I've seen it. Shocker. It was good.
It's really good.
It's really good. And this makes for our I think other than franchises, this is the third time we've had the same actor. The words aren't going to be in the right order, but I think you can figure out what I'm trying to say. Bruce Willis.
We're talking about Alan Rickman.
Alan and Bruce Willis. He's been in 3
Pulp
movies
Fiction.
that we've reviewed.
Yeah.
And Armageddon. He's taking us to space.
Right. Yeah, we had Bruce Willis in Armageddon too. Yeah. So we've had 3 Bruce Willis flicks. Couple Alan Rickmans. If we're only counting the Harry Potters as like one. Only two Rickmans.
Yeah, but that's more than a lot of. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. We're having regulars, you know? So to go into these oh no, facts and figures before we discuss how wonderful this movie was. Die Hard released July 15th, 1988. Oh, which, sidebar, 2 Harry Potter movies also came out on July 15th. July 15th, 2011 was the last movie, and I want to say Half-Blood Prince, or maybe Order of the Phoenix. Order of the Phoenix, 2007. Anyway, fun. That's your fun fact.
That's Rickman Day.
That's July 15th. It's Rickman Day. We're putting that into effect. Budget of $25 to $35 million. Box office 139.8 to $141.5 million. A lot of money. Making it the 10th highest grossing film of 88 and the highest grossing action film of that year. What would you guess is the number one highest grossing film of 88? What a year.
Beverly Hills Cop?
No.
No, what is it?
Rain Man.
I'm not good at 80s. Rain Man.
Rain
See,
Man.
this is okay. So this is the thing about like the movies post, like I mean pre like the 90s, basically, is that like the highest grossing movie of the year would be like a serious movie. Would be like a movie that's gonna win Best Picture would be the highest grossing movie of the year. Like Kramer versus Kramer was the highest grossing movie of the year that came out.
Interesting.
Like audiences like have just completely changed what like we go watch in the movie theater. So like before the 90s, I can't tell you like what even close to what the highest grossing movie was per year.
I didn't even realize this movie came out in 88. I thought it was a 90s movie, and I was shocked.
No, this is an 80s movie. And we'll get into this later, but it's important that this is a late 80s movie. It means it's sort of a bellwether for the industry.
Cliffhanger. A tease, if you will. 4 Oscar nominations: Best Film Editing, Best Visual Effects, Best Sound Effects Editing, and Best Sound.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This thing got some Oscar. At Best Editing, the editing in this is fucking crisp. Really good.
So good. Oh, the fall, and I'll talk about this later, but Gruber's fall at the end and how they kept him in focus. It was good. That was good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it was. Die Hard franchise. 5 movies. Die Hard 2. Die Hard with a Vengeance. Live Free.
Die Hard 2, Die Harder is what that movie is.
No.
Called.
Is it actually?
Yeah. It's called Die Harder.
No.
Do you want to see the Blu-ray case?
Yeah, I do.
I'll show it to you. So of course, I own the original trilogy on Blu-ray. I do own Die Hard. I rebought Die Hard on 4K Blu-ray because, of course. So yeah, you got the Die Hard, and then you have Die Hard 2, Die Harder.
Oh my god. That's amazing. The third one should have been called Die Hardest. That's how it works.
But Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Pretty good. I rewatched this like 2 months ago. This movie's fucking really good too. It's not as good, but
are like the sequels good? I mean, obviously it's probably, like you said, not as good as original, but like
so
are they decent?
Die Harder's not great, but there's some fun stuff to it. But for Die Hard 3, John McTiernan came back, and the movie's just a tad too long, but it's the second best Die Hard movie. It's really, really fun. The fourth Die Hard movie is not very good, but super fun. Die Hard 5 is a fucking train wreck. The movie's terrible. Doesn't deserve to be called a Die Hard movie.
What even is the premise of the sequels?
Okay, so Die Hard 2 is 1 year after the events of Die Hard. So it's set at Christmas again. John McClane is on his way to go visit his family, and he's like at an airport, and some terrorists go to try to take over the airport or whatever to do a thing. So it's basically Die Hard, but in a bigger setting, right? The third one is Alan Rickman's brother. Hans Gruber's brother is trying to do like a scheme, and he specifically goes after John McClane as like a distraction tactic or whatever. So he's got him going around all of New York City doing these like weird tasks while there's this thing unfolding in the background. Die Hard 4, Live Free, Die Hard is a guy tries to take over the internet or something, and Justin Long plays a hacker, and like John McClane has to like. So the key to a Die Hard movie, like really the thing about it is that John McClane has to like stumble into the scenario, right? Like he's doing something else, and they just kind of like force him into the scenario or whatever. So he has to go like pick up this hacker because like for something I can't remember, but whatever. He goes to pick him up, and then like this whole thing, he kills a helicopter with a car in that one. Like there's like a helicopter shooting at him, and he gets in a car, and he like drives it up a ramp and like rolls out of the car and shoots the car up at the helicopter. Like that movie's not good, but there's a lot of awesome shit in Die Hard 4. It's really fun. And Die Hard 5, I don't really know what the plot is, but I think we go to war with Russia.
What?
Yeah, it's not good.
That's what a franchise, you know? Should we do Die Hard month?
We should watch the other like good Die Hard movies. Like they're actually like they're really fun. So
maybe we'll have Die Hard month.
oh, and there is. I mean, we could also like we could watch like the 3 other good Die Hard movies, and then we could watch White House Down, which is basically what should have been Die Hard 4. Like so secretly, the second best Die Hard movie is White House Down, starring Channing Tatum. Which is it's a story about like this down on his luck guy who like him and his daughter aren't getting along or whatever, and her class is taking a tour of the White House, and he takes his daughter on this tour of the White House or whatever, and terrorists take over the White House, and he gets like Channing Tatum gets like separated from them and stuff, and he's trying to like he's doing a Die Hard, right? He's like fighting the terrorists, but he teams up with the president, played by Jamie Foxx.
Oh, that's awesome!
That White House Down, like no joke, awesome fucking movie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, this is Die Hard month.
Die Hard month, hell yeah.
It'll be called Die Hardest month.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we'll do. We'll work on it. We'll have our people work on that. In 2017, Die Hard was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. John McClane, the role of John McClane, was offered to numerous people. Offered to Frank Sinatra, James Caan, Al Pacino, Paul Newman, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger declined to go do Twins with Danny DeVito, which, good choice. Never seen Twins, but like...
It's a funny movie.
Can imagine.
This is actually so I kind of teased a thing later. I guess this is like the facts and figures thing where it's good to get into it. Where I said like this was like a bellwether for like the changing of the industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in like the 80s, action movies in the 80s were dominated by the Sylvester Stallones and the Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Like the superhero, these giant dudes or whatever. And when they originally tried to make this movie, they tried to make it one of those, right? Like this big Arnold Schwarzenegger taking on a bunch of terrorists in a building, right? That's like a classic Arnold Schwarzenegger movie or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that this movie did that was so genius and why it's so well remembered and is a classic is that Bruce Willis is just a dude. Like he is not physically intimidating throughout the entire movie. He's on his back foot. He doesn't have shoes on it. He's just like, he spends the entire movie just getting his ass kicked or whatever. This like, it went against like all the action movie like norms at the time because like the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone movies are all about like them being the best dudes, the biggest muscly men, just taking out, killing people, shooting big guns and stuff like that. So this sort of like reset the entire action movie genre after it came off and made it more about underdog stories and like normal kind of regular dude. Like you didn't have to be an Arnold Schwarzenegger to be an action movie star anymore, right? Mm-hmm. Nicolas Cage can be the star of The Rock and that movie can make a bunch of money because that's what action movies are now. Not really. We're kind of back to like the Arnold Schwarzeneggers and stuff. Like superhero movies are sort of the thing now, which are more like the early 80s action movies.
Right.
But this like kicks off, I think, the golden age of like the best action movies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, should we do an action movie?
Should we make one?
Yeah, I'll be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, we can make it. We can make an action movie.
What would our action movie be about?
Well, if it's gonna star you.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't have to star me.
No, I think it should. So we have to like come up with a reason for you to be able to like kick a lot of ass, right?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Because in your present state, right? You're like a video editor, and that's not like. It's like John McClane, like he's like just like a dude, but he's like a cop,
he's
right?
A cop. NYPD.
So he's got like some kind of experience to go fight dudes.
He's got 6 months of backlog.
But like, I mean, you think about like the like we watched The Matrix, right? We didn't do a review of The Matrix, but we watched that just in the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like they like do like the like they download shit into his brain so that he can fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got to do something like that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where like something like happens to like your computer, and like when you're like editing like an action thing,
Mm-hmm.
and like it like shock your computer, like shocks you or whatever, and like all the action scenes that you're like editing like get put into your brain, and now you can do action scenes.
I can do the action scenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like that.
That's our movie.
That's our movie. That's a good movie. What is the movie called?
It's got to be like an editing joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like what are some like editing terms that we can sort of like repurpose as like an action movie?
Copy paste.
That's not bad.
I'm not good at titles.
Something with cut. I think like because
Cut.
like we can have like use like a sword, right?
I'm like Leonardo.
And so like some kind of like split or like cut like kind of pun with editing.
Splice.
That's already a movie, and not a good one.
It? Darn. Okay.
Yeah.
Splice, the better one.
Quick cut.
Quick. Ooh, that's fancy. That'll get the attention of people.
Something like that.
It's good. It's good. We'll have our people work on that too.
We'll work on a title for this.
Oh yeah. It'll highest grossing film ever. Where was this? Oh, it was filmed at Fox Plaza, the headquarters of 20th Century Studios.
Lots of movies shot there.
Yes.
Gremlins 2.
Yes. I've never seen Gremlins 2, but yes.
Good movie.
I think, isn't Howie Mandel in Gremlins?
I think he's in Gremlins 2.
Oh. Because I saw that. I forget why I was on Howie Mandel's Wikipedia page, but I saw that he was in Gremlins. Or one of them, at least. I don't know which one.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, he's the guy from Gremlins. I forgot about that.
Is he?
He's the voice of Gizmo.
Oh, that's like the gremlin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit. Look at that.
Shut the Howie Mandel.
Gremlins, dope Christmas flick. The first Gremlins Christmas movie.
Super movie. Good. Love a Christmas movie. 17 undershirts used for Bruce Willis. And in 2007, he donated them to the Smithsonian. So we'll have to go visit that exhibit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, I found a driver for our party bus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was talking about it to my other best friend from high school, Cheyenne. And I was like, oh, you're more than welcome to come along. We're going to have a party bus. We don't know who's going to drive it yet. And she volunteered herself. So...
Awesome.
She's all in to drive the party bus.
Hell yeah.
So whenever we do it, everyone, McConaughey, Smith Rowe, all of our friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, McConaughey and Smith Rowe are our friends as well. Just, you know.
Yeah.
They just haven't been on the show yet. And Tony Salad. Gruber's death was filmed on the last day of Rickman's filming. Because, so how they did it, I don't know if, you probably do know how they got the expression on his face, but when they did it, they told him they would let him go at the count of 3, but they let him go early. Mm-hmm. And that's how they got his face. And they had to rig something up with the camera to make sure he stayed in focus because he was moving. It was like a 1.5 second drop, and it was too fast for the camera to refocus, so then they had to rig something up, and it was cool. I saw all the pictures. But yeah, they purposely did it on his last day of filming, just in case. And then my final fact and figure, the music cue when Pow shoots Carl at the end was an unused track from our favorite film, Aliens.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. That's good. That's cool.
Yeah. It all comes back. It all comes back to aliens.
It does.
It's all.
It really does.
It really does. And that concludes today's episode of Facts and Figures. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for coming today's faffs. Okay. This is a great movie.
It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good.
So good.
It's the perfect movie.
Um I just don't even know where to start. I had to rewatch so many times because either because of the editing or there was a joke or there's some sort of thing. I don't know. I probably accidentally rewatched this movie twice because of how many times I like rewatched certain bits. But oh my god,
It's just it's like everything about it. Like the script, perfect. All the acting performances, perfect. John McTiernan's directing, perfect. Jan de Bond's cinematography, perfect. It's all like everything about this movie is just they nail like firing on all cylinders. John McTiernan, one of like the underrated directors, because he had to take a break in his directing career to go to prison. What was it like?
that did not come up in Facts and Figures.
He what did he go to jail for?
Oh,
I want to say like tax evasion.
That'll get you.
Yeah, it was something. He pleaded guilty to perjury.
Oh.
I don't know.
Something.
Point is, John McTiernan made 3 movies back to back, which is arguably the greatest 3-movie run of any director.
Mm-hmm.
Predator.
Oh.
Which you haven't seen Predator, right?
No.
We got to do Predator. It's also a perfect movie. It's so good. I have a lot to say about Predator. But he did Predator, he did Die Hard, and he did Hunt for Red October. In what was it? So let's see. Predator was 87, Die Hard 88, and then Hunt for Red October 90. Just in 4 years, he puts out 300% bangers.
Wow. That's
probably the greatest 3-picture run by any director ever.
That's
so
really good. Oh my god! What a group of movies that you could have,
It's the things that he does in this movie, like the directing wise, is just like condensed, easy visual storytelling. My favorite bit in this entire, I talk about it constantly. Like I've literally like texted people like paragraphs about this. One of my favorite things in this movie is when John first gets to Nakatomi Plaza, and they have him look up his wife in the directory. And he types it in. He looks for Holly McClane. Holly McClane's not there. She's going by her maiden name. This tells you couple very important things right off the back of the movie, and does it in like the most succinct way possible. One, this building is really high tech. It's got a really high tech security system. This is important for later in the movie. Also, sets up an emotional thing where his wife is going by her maiden name, which is like tells you that their marriage isn't going super well. So in one scene with one very little thing, you establish something that's very important to both like the plot and the story. That's perfect movie making. That is what every movie should strive to do. Tell something that moves the plot forward as well as moving like the emotional arc of the character, and doing it in the most basic, easy way to do it. Perfect. I love it so much.
So good. And the technology is what made me look it up, because of why I thought it was a 90s movie. Yeah, no, it's when he hits the G, I'm like, Holly doesn't start with a G. And then I really, oh no. I didn't realize that was
She's
gonna
owned
go.
by Holly Gennaro.
Miss Gennaro. Time to Die Hard, 37:47.
When does he die hard?
It's when he kills the first terrorist.
Perfect.
Time to Die Hard. I was waiting. This is one of the first times that I had to go back to figure out what is Die Hard. What is Time to Die Hard?
What is die harding?
What is
how does one die hard?
Who is die harding? And I realized it's 37:47. He gets thrown down the stairs. Time to Die Hard. Also,
what is it? It's like 11 terrorists. I got to kill the one with shoes smaller than my sister.
That is one of the lines that I listened to a couple of times because I was laughing so hard. Dude is barefoot. I have that lots of punctuation after he's barefoot. No, that dude.
Mm-hmm. Dude spends the whole movie barefoot.
Insane.
And why is he barefoot, Makenna? Because at the beginning of the movie, a guy tells him, after you get off a long airplane, you go to the hotel, you take off your shoes and make knuckles with your toes.
That.
Making knuckles with your toes. I love that bit so much. Better than a hot cup of coffee. I told you, I've seen this movie a lot.
I can tell. You can just recite the whole thing for this episode. Dude, the showers he's gonna take after that might be some of the best showers that anyone has ever had in the existence of the world. Like,
yeah.
I mean, his feet are gonna be black for days, but like,
just the scene where he's in the bathroom, like picking the glass out of his feet. It's brutal. They make you feel it.
They do. But oh my god! And then I don't go anywhere. The only times I don't wear socks is in the shower, and I guess in a pool. Anywhere where my feet have to touch water. So I don't. He's gonna step on he's gonna get splinters and glass and he's gonna stub his toe on things and get his pinky caught on. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
just for the knuckle toes.
It's such a good thing to put in a weird, really simple way to make your character just a little bit worse off. It's just he doesn't have shoes.
Just a bit.
And it's just it makes it so much harder to not have shoes.
It really does. But he must have great grip on cement and stuff though. Because socks are gonna be slipping unless you have the grippies. But that's the one thing. Oh, I guess if they're dirty enough though, you're not gonna get much traction. I don't know. It's a blessing and a curse, I guess. They play Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC in this.
Yes, they do. The beginning of the movie.
Have I told you my Run DMC story?
You have, but you should tell the audience.
How I learned who Run DMC is. Okay, let me take you back. It was 2000. It was right around Christmas 2008. My father, my sister, and I were playing the hit game Rock Band on the Wii. We had to come up with a band name. So my father said, "Oh, let's do Run DMC. Run Dad Mac Cam." My sister's name is Campbell. And I was like, I don't know what the run means, but that's great. That's a brilliant name for a band. I was probably in middle school when I realized it was a real band. And I remember in 5th grade, a couple years before I realized they were a real band, I remember driving past where a school let out and a kid wearing a Run DMC shirt and being so confused about how they knew about our rock band. And I did ask my mom about it. I was just like, that's so weird. Like, we haven't played Rock Band in years, but I guess maybe our band's still at the top of the charts or something.
Oh my god.
Then
The way that, like, the first thing that always comes to your mind is like, it's not like the first thing you assume is, oh, I must have, like, not understood what my dad put in there. It's you like, oh, our rock band must just be popular enough that people have t-shirts made.
Logos that we didn't even make. They're now making shirts, you know? And then it all came together in 7th grade. And that's... So if you're a fan of the Run DMC, Run Dad Mac Cam, let me know. I know of at least 3 people who are. It's Dad, Mac, and Cam. Dude, I'm telling you, I had no clue what the hell the run part meant. And I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna go with it. But yeah, that's how... Oh, this arm went up. Hold on, sorry. They're evening him. New chair. I'm pushing buttons. Yeah, that's Run DMC. So Run DMC has a very special place in my heart. Great group as well. And I don't just mean the one that I was in. I mean the other one.
The actual Run DMC.
Actual one. Yeah, we were just the dollar store version of Run DMC. Oh, you know who I'm also a big fan of? Argyle. I wanted to wear Argyle socks.
Argyle.
But I didn't have any.
Argyle is a great character.
Argyle. So I knew he would come back in some sort of way. But I was like, oh my god, what's he gonna do? Like, how's he... He did not disappoint. I love when they would randomly cut to him in the car in the backseat with the stuffed animal with the rat. I love Argyle.
Yeah, great little addition to the movie.
Oh, 100%. And then at the end, Holly and John go off into the sunset with Argyle in their in the limo.
One thing this movie has done to me is that I cannot hear the name Holly without going, Holly! I've just seen the movie too many times. Every time I hear it, I think of the end of the movie where he's got the duct tape gun on his back. Holly! I think literally every time I hear the name Holly, I think of that scene.
Good association. God bless Holly. Every time I think of Holly, I think of Holly Hobby. I don't know if you're familiar with Holly Hobby.
I'm not.
Holly Hobby was this... I don't even really know. She was something from my childhood. She was like... From what I knew her was Holly Hobby and Friends. The original Holly Hobby...
Okay.
No, it's not...
Seems like this was a character from a book?
But like not the book, the animated television show. But it had fantastic flash games on the website. I remember, I think you can make a pie or a cake. Great stuff. Great stuff. That's what I think of Holly.
No, I no idea.
Yeah, I figured it's a little bit. This is where the generational thing comes into play.
Yeah, that might be.
It's after your time. Did you play a lot of the flash games growing up? And like
No, I kind of didn't. I lived out in the middle of the sticks when I was a kid, so we didn't have very good internet connection. So I didn't really get fully like into the internet until I was in like high school.
I remember one of my earliest memories when we moved into this house when I was like 2, almost 3. I remember getting in trouble because I went on the internet without my parents' permission. I went on PlayhouseDisney.com and was playing on, Bear in the Big Blue House.
See, this was the thing is that when I was a kid, because we had like dial-up internet, right?
Mhm.
So like it was always like we would see the commercials where it was like, oh yeah, Flash games. Oh, go to the Cartoon Network, whatever.
Mhm.
They go play the Codename Kids Next Door game or
Oh,
whatever.
those are so
And I was always like, I can't play any of these games. I don't have access to the internet. I don't have broadband yet.
Mhm.
Like even when I was in high school, like the internet that we had was like digital, like satellite internet.
Right.
It's like we still didn't have broadband. It
Mhm.
still wasn't good internet. It wasn't until like I moved out of my parents' house that I like had good internet.
It's internet's something. I'm gonna tell you that. Oh my god. Okay. This isn't related at all, but I just remembered this. So I finished MASH on Friday, and I found they did a 30th anniversary like reunion special in 2002, I believe it was, and I found it on YouTube, and
Just the cast hanging out.
yeah, they were
Just Alan Alda being like, I remember doing MASH. It was fun.
yeah, pretty much.
Right?
That was essentially it. But the person kept the commercials in, and there was a commercial for Ocean's 11 on DVD and VHS.
Oh yeah.
And there was like dial-up commercials for like Verizon and everything. Everyone's on like the big landline phones. It's like, wow, what a time.
That takes me back.
That's but yeah, I was like, oh, Ocean's 11, we did that, and like they played like the I forgot, like they don't do the DVD commercials I remember it would be like the trailer when it was in theaters, and then it'd be like a few months, and then it'd be
They don't be
commercial
like
for
they don't do
DVDs.
DVD commercials anymore.
No, it's
You're
really
right.
sad.
They don't do that.
Because it would always be like that cool graphic with like the case slightly open, all the DVDs that would come inside, and
Yeah, and they would show like part of the movie, but
Yeah.
then they would show some like the extras
Yes!
or something like that. And yeah, like so that that DVDs, what a game changer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think I meant to talk about that like when we were doing like the Criterion Collection month because like Criterion sort of changed the game when it came to DVDs because like they invented the DVD commentary.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But like
I didn't know that.
Like getting movies on because like just rerunning like the same VHSs over and over again and stuff but like man, when you got like I remember when I was young, I think I've talked about this a couple times, but I have like cousins and brothers who are old, like showed me all the that's why I watch so many movies. But my cousin was like obsessed with DVD commentaries and always like he would like because he had already seen the movies, so when he would watch them again, he would watch them with the commentary and stuff. And so I'd like that, like, man, DVD commentaries were the fucking best. It's one of like the things I really don't like about streaming, and it's why I've gone back to physical media. Is like, I love a DVD commentary. I love listening to the director just talking about, or like not even the director, just like anybody involved in the making of the movie, just talking about the movie. It just like. You can rewatch the movie, but also just like get more stuff.
Yeah, that's
stories.
I love the behind the scenes stuff, which is why I went into like production and whatnot, because I ate that shit up, which is like commentaries and like making of documentaries and just all the BTS stuff that I could get a hold of, and like
especially with TV shows. TV show commentaries are the best. Like having this. I need to rebuy all the Simpsons DVDs, or like if they put them on Blu-ray or whatever, because the Simpsons audio commentaries were so good. Like be it like James L. Brooks or whoever was on there, just like explaining jokes you missed or like why they decided to do something, and like love a DVD commentary.
I will say the one DVD commentary I did not like was for the IT crowd. It had the director or the creator.
Oh yeah.
And he just did not sound excited at all throughout all like his, and it's like, dude, it's the IG, like I don't know. Maybe that's just him, but like he just It sounded like he forgot to do it. It's like a Friday night and it's due the next day, and he just was not. He was not happy to be there. But other than that, commentaries are great.
Love them.
I have the Stranger Things. I have the first 2 seasons digital. I'm not even the biggest Stranger Things fan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've never heard you talk about Stranger Things. I didn't even know you watched it.
The thing is, it's an old VHS casing, and like
that's cool.
the actual like
That's pretty cool.
It's and I saw it at Target. I was like, I'm not even the biggest fan, but that is a cool case. And it came like a poster and like a different like behind the scenes DVDs as well. I've never played them, but like it just looks really cool, and I got it on sale. So like I was like, it looks nice. You can't see it up there, but it's up on the
pretty
end
far
there.
away.
Yeah, it's over. I also have you still can't see it. I also have the box set. Just fun fact, the box set of Family Ties, which is on.
Oh,
It's underneath the snowman soap dispenser. You can't really see it, but it's like Alex P. Keaton's.
I'm getting back into buying TV shows on physical. I used to have like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on DVD, and I had the Munsters on DVD. Big Munsters fan. Don't know if I've talked about that before. Big Munsters fan. But I just on Black Friday, Twin Peaks was like $45 for like the full Blu-ray, and I was like, gotta buy it. So I did. That's coming soon in January. I'm gonna be doing a Twin Peaks rewatch. That'll be fun. What a show.
My dad, I think, has a bunch of the Seinfeld DVD sets, but the thing is, they're just like in the my parents' like closet in like different places. So I don't know how many we have exactly. Yeah. I need to like
collect. I had all the Seinfeld DVDs when I was growing up. My parents loved Seinfeld, so like we bought all the Seinfeld DVDs. We had all the Simpsons ones. Well, so actually, like my cousin had all the Simpsons, and then we would buy like DVD compilations of Simpsons episodes, because like the Simpsons was just like the thing when I was a kid, because my cousin loved it, my brother loved it and stuff, and it was just like, oh man, what a perfect show. Simpsons great. Seasons 1 through 10 just gold dust all the way through.
I don't know if I've ever seen a full episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah
I don't.
You have Disney Plus?
My sister does. I might have to get her login.
Get her login. I'll send you a list of episodes.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
I'll give you like 5 or 10 episodes, and you like 30 minutes long, or like a weekend. There's there like You Only Move Once is my favorite Simpsons episode. Just amazing jokes. Just 30 minutes of jokes. It's so good.
I always wanted.
Speaking, we're doing a Die Hard review, and I meant to bring this up. There's a Simpsons joke that I love related to Die Hard, which is that Homer Simpson writes letters. He doesn't write letters to movie stars. He writes letters to movies. And there's one of the letter that they read to give an example is he wrote a letter to Die Hard.
That's amazing.
It's so funny.
Homer seems like a diehard guy.
I'm gonna see if I can find Homer Simpson's letter to Die Hard. You talk about what you were gonna.
Oh yes. I was talking about my one day I want to buy. There was a box set of the first 100 episodes of SpongeBob that I remember seeing ever since I was a kid at Target or Best Buy, one of the two, and it's still there. But I need to buy it now that I have like grown up money. I can buy it, but I keep forgetting that I have grown up money.
So this is perfect in a couple different ways.
Yes.
So the letter to Die Hard says, "Dear Die Hard, you rock, especially when that guy was on the roof. P.S. Do you know Mad Max?"
It's a beautiful letter. Aw, that's a good letter right there. If you're gonna write a letter, model it after that. That's good. Oh, I think this has solidified. I have a crush on Bruce Willis.
Young Bruce Willis.
Young Bruce Willis.
Like, wow.
Kicking ass and taking names.
When he still had hair.
When he's still, I wrote that as one of my notes. It didn't make the notebook, but it made it on the notepad on the prelim. That I don't have any napkin. I have my actual sticky notes here, but it has Bruce Willis has hair, and I had to look it up. I was like, did he always have hair, or was he bald before? Like it was like I couldn't remember. But yeah, that's good. He's real good in this.
Yeah, he's man. It's one of those few movie characters where like I watch John McClane and I don't think about Bruce Willis while I'm watching it. I'm like, that's John McClane. That's not Bruce Willis. That's John McClane.
I don't know if you watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but
yeah. The Die Hard episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah, I want to rewatch it now that I've seen the movie. I sort of just want to rewatch the whole series just because I know that like because Peralta is so obsessed. Like I think they named
there are a lot of Die Hard jokes in it.
Yeah, I need to I'll rewatch it just for that.
I mean, also just like how many Nick Scarpino things do you know? Like, yes, how many times have I heard Nick Scarpino come out to the coast? We'll get together, have a few laughs.
Dude, oh my god, that happened, and I felt like I got hit with a billion different memories of hearing that, like between Nick and like I know Josh McCouga has said that before, like. Because, like, in one of the things they did for one of the fan-controlled morning shows was
Josh did Die Hard,
in the vent, yeah. And I was, oh my god, I need to tweet at him. It's like, I get it.
Now I know how a TV dinner feels.
Oh my gosh, it's all coming together. That vent scene, that made me anxious. Because I was like, okay, is the thing gonna fall down with his weight? Because like I've seen that before with the vents. Mm-hmm. Is he gonna get hit with the golf club? Like what's gonna happen? But he's okay.
Just like that shot of him in the vent when he flicks on the lighter and he's just like crawling. It's just like,
you can see the blood.
Man, yeah, that's good filmmaking right there.
Good right there. Oh, I have a question. Didn't you do a John McClane costume?
Yeah.
Okay. Everything because I couldn't remember. Because he did. I remember you had the writing on your wrist. And
yeah,
I couldn't remember if it was from a video game.
Where did you post that on? I must have posted on Twitter like a long time ago. But yeah, that was like a costume I did in like 2015 or something.
Yeah, I remember talking about it. And like when he was in that outfit, I was like, I think Brandon did this, but I don't know. Maybe it was from a video game. And then he did the writing. I was like, oh, he did the writing on the wrist.
Yeah, wait, it's another bit of just like good visual story of like counting how many terrorists are there on his wrist,
smart.
Writing down the names of them so that he can tell them later.
Dude, and that shook Alan Rickman like that you knew that got him. Oh. So
or when he sends the guy down the elevator, ho ho ho! Now I have a machine gun.
Like that, I gasped at that part because I didn't know that the body was gonna be there. Oh, and then like, oh my god, yeah. So, oh my god. Do you have a favorite bad guy?
I mean, so Hans is great, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's what's the blonde guy's name?
Carl,
yeah, love Carl. Carl's so good.
Shout out to Carl.
Like at the beginning of the movie where Carl's trying to cut all the things and the guy comes in with a chainsaw and he barely gets it off right there at the end. One of the wildest things in this movie, the thing that like if you think about it for a second, you're like, what the fuck's going on here? Is the end of the movie, they're carrying Carl out in a body bag. And Carl gets up and pulls out a machine gun. It's like, why would they put him in the body bag with a machine gun? Why wouldn't they take the machine gun off him before they put him in the body bag?
Or
Who cares?
checked his pulse before putting him in the body bag to make sure he's actually dead. Oh
Yeah, no, Carl's awesome.
Carl's great. My favorite one is Theo, the nerd, essentially the tech guy.
Yeah, the hacker.
Yeah, the hacker. I yeah. Quarterback is toast.
When he walks into when they first walk into and he's talking about the Lakers game.
Yes.
And then Magic passes it to what is it? Passes it back to Kareem. Kareem, bang! And they shoot the security guard. It's like, did you plan that out? Like, did you guys coordinate that beforehand?
Can you imagine if they did like that? Okay, I'm going to talk about the basketball game, and then we're gonna line it up. Oh, that he's yeah. Also, I realized that this is Alan Rickman's. I believe it's his first film, and his film debut, if you will, because he mainly did like plays and whatnot. Oh yeah, I think so. Because I know they found him because I think he was on Broadway, and like he mainly did plays and whatnot.
Interesting.
But I love that because I'd never seen him. I don't think outside of Harry Potter, and I love that.
Really?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's but I love that he still has like the same pauses that he does for Snape.
He's a really good actor.
So good.
He's really good.
He does, oh my god. And the German accent and the American accent, and it's shout out to Alan Rickman.
Who said we were terrorists?
So good. It's so good. Oh my god.
We need to get to Naval Combat Month so that we can watch a Star Trek movie, and then we can watch Galaxy Quest. Because Alan Rickman's best performance of all time, maybe Galaxy Quest.
Tony Shalhoub's in that, isn't he?
Tony Shalhoub is in that, yeah.
Will that be our first Shalhoub movie?
I had just thought about a Shalhoub movie I wanted us to watch. I think it was. Oh, I think I was thinking that we were going to do a Coen Brothers month, and he's been in a couple of their movies.
Ooh.
And I know you like the Fargo.
Oh, I love the
Show you a couple other Coen Brothers movies.
Yes, I love Fargo. My mom does not love Fargo, but I made her watch it anyway. The Wood Chipper just came up the other day. I don't remember why.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't. Oh yeah, I don't know why. Yeah. Shout out to the Wood Chipper. Oh,
we got to do Galaxy Quest though. Galaxy Quest is such a.
I really want to see Galaxy Quest. Yeah. Oh, what is Galaxy Quest? Like a brief summary.
Okay, so what the plot of Galaxy Quest is that they're all the stars of essentially Star Trek. Like Star Trek, it was called Galaxy Quest, and like that's a TV show in that universe, right? And so it's literally one for one. Like Tony Shalhoub is the Doctor who is DeForest Kelly Bone. Alan Rickman plays, can't remember what his character is, but it's basically Spock. Like it's so Star Trek was a TV show. A bunch of aliens show up, not knowing that on Earth Galaxy Quest was a TV show. They think that it was just documented stuff that got beamed out into space. And so they pick up the cast of Star Trek and need them to handle a Star Trek plot.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So what we need to do is we need to watch a Star Trek movie so you can get familiar with all the characters. And then we need to watch Galaxy Quest so you can see the fun parody of Star Trek.
The one association I have with Star Trek is I had a Spock toy growing up from Burger King. And then I made a little spaceship out of the car, or the cup holder thing, and that was my little, let's see, Enterprise? Is that the name of the ship?
The Enterprise, yes, the Enterprise.
I know.
Makenna, I'm going to tell you this. You're going to love Spock.
I'm really
Mr. Spock, you're going to be a big fan of Mr. Spock.
I'm going to be a Spock fan.
We have to do Wrath of Khan for a lot of reasons. One, it's just one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. It's so good, and you're gonna like it all. And then we can do Wrath of Khan, and then we can go watch Galaxy Quest, and it'll just be Naval Combat Month.
Naval.
That's how we'll finish out Naval Combat Month. We'll watch Wrath of Khan, actually a really good naval combat movie, and then we'll watch Galaxy Quest for whatever.
For fun. Tony Shalhoub. Do you think at one point we'll watch Gattaca?
Do you want to watch Gattaca?
Yeah, I really want to watch Gattaca again.
Okay, we can watch Gattaca.
Tony Shalhoub's in Gattaca.
So I've seen Gattaca a couple times. It's a pretty good movie. Mm-hmm. The funniest thing about Gattaca to me, and why I need to look this up, it's from Dog Day After. What does he say in Dog Day After? I'm gonna look up the quote section on the IMDb.
What's the I stand for on IMDb? It's movie
Internet Movie Database.
Internet. That'll do it. Why did the acronyms came up? Oh, FIFA. I was thinking about that FIFA acronym.
The FIFA?
The FIFA. Because while I look for this quote, let me tell you a little story about a paper I had to write.
Okay.
So I did a 10-page paper on soccer and the globalization of soccer. It was for a global media class. And we submitted the first draft back in October, and the final draft was due today. And I was looking over the notes from my professor, and he was like, because I had talked about FIFA, and I wrote out the acronym first, and then put FIFA, and he was like, he put a comment and was like, no, it's not association football, it's football association, Federation, International Federation of Football Association. No, it's not.
It's Association Football, which is the name of the sport.
Exactly. It's a French acronym. Also, if it was a football association, why would it also say federation? Federation and association, the same? No, I don't think that's how that works. But anyway.
No, Association Football is the full name of...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I was a little peeved when I saw that. I was like, I'm keeping it the same. It was that and another note about my citation, how I did a citation, which I know I did correct. Because, as I've said a million times before, I was a writing tutor for a year. I took a writing tutor class, and I had done it incorrectly before. I was taught the ways. But anyway, so if I get points off, I'm going to be writing an email, but, yeah. Anyway, I digress. Did you find the quote?
Yes, I did. So, in the movie Dog Day Afternoon, which is a fun movie, pretty good movie, you should watch it. But there's a scene where he yells, Attica! Attica! Which is like a reference to this, famous prison riot, right? Mm-hmm. But in the TV show The League, there's an episode where they go play paintball and one of the guys goes crazy and he starts yelling, Gattaca! Gattaca! Which is just it's such a good multi-layered joke that's really funny.
If I ever go into battle, that's what I'm saying. I love Gattaca. That's Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, Jude Law.
Jude Law. Who plays who plays his detective / brother in that movie?
I don't remember. I only remember the three, and then allegedly Tony Shalhoub's in it. According to IMDb.
Lauren Dean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tony Shalhoub is in there.
Tony Shalhoub.
Gattaca's an interesting movie.
Mm-hmm. It's a very it's a morally interesting movie.
Yeah, it's honestly it's very similar to Star Trek, where it's a very simple sci-fi premise that they're just sort of playing out and stuff, which is what good Star Trek is, as opposed to stupid action movie stuff like J.J. Abrams does with Star Trek. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the name too.
I like my sci-fi without a lot of action to it.
Yeah? Yeah. There's no action in sci-fi. in
Like,
word
if you're
sci-fi.
gonna do sci-fi, what I want you to do with sci-fi, right, is I want you to have a premise, and I want you to think of every single way that that premise can affect it, and like everything that's going on.
Ooh.
That's what they do in Gattaca, right? Is they're
Mhm.
like, okay, so that you can decide everything about your child's genetics, and the entire movie is just hanging out with that idea. We're just gonna show you every single way that applies to society. We're gonna sit there for like 2 hours. And we're gonna talk about it. It's like, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't like it when sci-fi is like, okay, so this is like just the coolest way to make a bomb or whatever, and that's just like the plot of the movie. You have to stop the bomb. It's like that's not fun.
No, no, not a lot of. I mean, I'm sure science went into it, but like, give me the science. Give me.
Or like sci-fi where it's just not even sci-fi. Like it's just gibberish.
Yeah.
Like whenever they need to justify the science to a thing, they just like say a bunch of fake science words.
They have like one of those like clear whiteboards with just a bunch of equations
Yeah.
on it. I want one of those. Gattaca. I like the name. The title is from the
Hmm.
amino acids. I think it's amino acids. It's like
Yeah.
guanine. That's all. That's the only one I remember. But
Yeah, and then in the opening credits for Gattaca, whenever there's like a DNA sequence in
mm,
somebody's name, like those are capitalized.
mhm.
Really, really, just really good editing touch. Whoever did that,
Big
I
fan.
like you.
Big. See if we can get him on
I
the
like
show.
that you did that.
I'll email him. Um, yeah, because we watched that in biology when we were going over that, which looking back now, gutsy for playing it in a Catholic school, but we watched it his sophomore year. That was a hype time. That was like one of the good.
The
movies.
twist in that movie is really genius.
Oh yeah.
We're just gonna do a mini Gattaca review right
Yeah,
now, I
the
guess.
Gattaca.
But like at the end of the like at the when they get to the part and there's like, oh, he's his brother,
Mhm.
but because they're so obsessed with like the genetics of people, he doesn't even like he can't even like physically see his own brother.
Mhm.
That's good.
It's so good. It's
And then they swim out into the water and stuff, and he beats his brother, and he doesn't understand how because he's genetically superior, and he's like, I didn't care if I died, so I just kept swimming. Genius. Really, really well written movie. Gattaca's great.
yeah. I think I cried when we watched it. It was very good. The ending with Jude Law got me. But yeah, all of it got me.
That's like the one part of the movie that's like, what the fuck is he just burns himself alive at the end of the movie? He just tosses himself into a furnace.
I know.
It's like, bro, there are easier ways to go.
Jude, no. Go watch Gattaca.
Hey, go watch Gattaca. That
Maybe
movie's
we'll
dope.
watch Gattaca. Who knows?
Yeah. What theme month can we do for Gattaca?
Wait, hold on.
Hawk month?
Hawk.
Ethan Hawke's in a lot of really good movies. I love Ethan Hawke.
Big fan of the Hawk. Campbell. What are your thoughts on Gattaca?
Great movie. I'm going to bed.
I'm sorry. We're doing HBO Max. We're talking about Gattaca. I know this is one of the only movies that you've seen.
I love Gattaca
Why do you like Gattaca?
because it's just a good movie.
Did
Fair enough.
that's fair? You know, good review. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hi, Jose Banks.
Campbell says hi. Bye.
Bye.
That was Campbell. That was Run DMC's very own C. Talk about Gattaca. Thank you. Something I want to touch on in Die Hard. I want to punch the journalist in the face along with Holly. That was shitty. That was not good.
Bad guy from Ghostbusters too.
Oh, is it really? That's why he
Richard
looks so
Peck from
familiar.
Ghostbusters.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
the butt of my favorite joke of all time, which is what is it? Everything was fine before Dickless here turned off our reactors. Is that true? Yes, sir, it's all true. This man has no dick.
So good. That's in that's a line in the Ghostbusters versus Mythbusters Epic Rap Battles of History rap. Dickless the Clown. That's one of my favorite ones. I need to rewatch Ghostbusters. That's a good movie. It was what,
Great
84?
fucking movie. Yeah, another perfect film.
Surely you should when can we do Ghostbusters?
Whenever. I'm down to watch Ghostbusters. We can do Ghostbusters right now if you want. That movie's fucking awesome.
So good. I need it. Yeah, I haven't. I'm trying to think when I.
If we get Greg Miller back on again, we gotta do Ghostbusters.
Oh my god! This is how we get Greg back on. Greg, come back. We'll do the Ghostbusters thing. I'll even watch Ghostbusters. I have Ghostbusters 2, but I haven't seen it yet. But it's
all right.
I need to rewatch Ghostbusters. Oh, 1. Yeah. Have you seen the new one, like the Afterlife one?
No.
Nah, neither.
No reason to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ghostbusters is a movie that only needs one movie.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm done with like franchises basically now. I'm just like, if it's like you have to have a damn good reason to make a sequel right now if you want me to watch it. Like what's the sequel to Ghostbusters? Ghostbusters 2 wasn't very good. We didn't need that movie. You're gonna make another one? Why? I have Ghostbusters. If I want more Ghostbusters, I'll just watch Ghostbusters again. It's a perfect movie.
It's fair. It's got is Bill Murray in that? He's the dude. He was in Groundhog Day. I think it's the only other Bill Murray movie I've seen. I think.
There's a really good joke from an old cracked sketch is when he's talking about Ghostbusters. He describes Ghostbusters is about 3 scientists and occasionally one other guy.
Yeah, that's Ghostbusters. They're busting ghosts. As Ray Parker.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
I was gonna say that, but I stopped myself. I was gonna say as Ray Parker Jr. said. Bring back. Did Ray Parker Jr. do anything after that, or was that his one-hit wonder?
He got sued for ripping off Huey Lewis in the news.
Okay, so he did do something after that. Uh-oh. Was it because of Ghostbusters, or did he do another song? Oh no! What?
Yeah.
Why did he get sued?
I don't remember the exact details of the thing, but I believe what it was that they were writing a song together. I think maybe with the intention of it being the Ghostbusters theme. And then Huey Lewis went off to do something else and like gave up on it. And then Ray Parker Jr. just released the song and didn't give Huey Lewis a writing credit on it.
That'll do it. That'll get you. Don't do
that.
Do themes for movies have words anymore?
Not really.
That's sad. Bring back words.
Yeah, so like one thing that like sort of like when, because like the Titanic theme, right? There was the theme, and then during the credits, it was like the theme with words sung over it. Like they turned the theme into a regular song, and then people tried to do that again, and it didn't really go well. And I think that's kind of what killed the,
Once you
doing a song for a movie,
right? Once you go Titanic, that's it. That's the top. Never seen Titanic.
Good fucking movie.
Big boat. That's all I got.
Big boat.
Big boat.
Big old boat.
Big old
James
boat.
Cameron, who's just a.
He knows
we
how
love
to
James Cameron.
do movies. How are you feeling about the new Avatar? That comes out soon, isn't it?
It's
it's your franchise thing. It's your sequel thing.
I just want to watch a James Cameron movie.
That's fair. All right. No,
I am excited to see it purely on the premise of I just want to watch James Cameron make another movie because he's really good at it.
He knows a thing or
And he
two.
hasn't made a movie in like 10 years.
Oh,
So
wait, what was his last movie?
I don't think
Avatar?
he's made a movie since Avatar.
Oh my god.
He's produced some things like Alita Battle Angel and stuff, but I don't think he's directed a movie.
Wow.
Like well, I think he's done some like documentary and stuff because he likes to go to the bottom of the ocean. But
I read that on his Wikipedia page and I was confused about that.
Titanic is almost just an excuse for him to go down and like look at the Titanic.
That's awesome. The Titanic's still down there?
Yeah.
They didn't like bring it up.
Where do you think it's? No, you can't. It's at the bottom of the ocean.
Like you
can't bring
in a
that thing up.
museum. Oh, a big boat.
No, like it's in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh my.
Actually, like when they shot the Titanic, like they were like the first people to see it in like a really long time, and like actually get footage of it.
Mm-hmm.
And like they used that footage for the movie and stuff. Like it was actually a really big deal when they made that movie.
I know you're a big Titanic guy. What's still down there? Like, is there
there's the whole boat.
The boat, but like, is there like things in there? Like,
Yeah, I assume there's a lot of stuff down there.
Wow.
Well, no, because like you think about how like water works, right? Like when it's sinking, the water all gets there at the top and then it just goes down, right? So most of the stuff's still in there.
Wow.
You can like James Cameron filmed like an entire documentary while they were making the Titanic about exploring the Titanic. Like you can go watch it and look at all the stuff that's in the Titanic.
Oh, I might have to go do that.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Would you?
Titanic's a pretty sick movie.
Would you?
I know you haven't seen Titanic, Makenna, but there's a scene where like the Titanic's sinking, right, and the boat starts to tip up, and like the boat like snaps in half, which is dope. But then there's one dude who's like hanging on to the rails at the top of the Titanic, and he falls, and he just like smacks a couple things on the way down. It's so fucking funny. The movie's awesome.
That's oh boy. I look forward to it. Would you rather go deep in the ocean or go to space?
I think I'd rather go to space.
Ooh.
Because I think that if something went wrong, I would die more pleasantly in space.
Yeah, that's my thing too. Buzz of space. Although I will say, I had maybe like a week before I went into my space phase where I had a marine biology phase where I thought I was going to go into marine biology when I was like 11. I got really into the water. Then I realized, no, that's scary. I'm going to go to space. But
also, like, people probably wouldn't think it was that cool that I went down to the bottom of the ocean, you know?
Yeah, space. Not as many people has gone to space.
Like, it really doesn't matter what you do in space, right?
You went to space.
Like, people are gonna think that's pretty fucking cool no matter what you do there.
Yeah.
And like if you die at the bottom of the ocean also, like people aren't gonna like be like, oh, tragic, this guy, died at the bottom. Like that might be like a headline. You die in space.
Right.
Nobody's died in space before, right?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know.
I don't think anybody's died in space.
Has anyone died in space?
I know specifically Americans, we haven't lost an astronaut in space. Maybe the Russians have.
Yes, you are correct. There was that 3 Soviet cosmonauts died in 1971.
Died in. First American to die in space. Let's go.
World record, baby.
Everybody would remember my name forever.
Oh, 100. You'd be
First
on
American to
history
die in
books.
space.
100%. That's big. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me go to newscientist.com. This might be more reputable. I don't want to sign up to
I know
read
a
this
lot
article.
about American space missions. I'm pretty sure I would know if an American died in space.
Oh, this is including the Challenger. No, that's not.
The Challenger
they
didn't
went
make it to space. That's sort of a.
That's not okay. We're gonna go with this.
They died before even getting into orbit.
Yeah. Oh, astronomy.com. I'm getting a lot of different answers. Astronomy.com.
And from what we know about the Challenger, they died on impact hitting the ground. So that's like about as far away from space as you can get.
Jesus Christ.
pretty funny. That's why.
Okay, I'm not even
It
gonna
was
read
like 30 years ago. We can make jokes about it.
It was just so out of the blue. Well, not out of the blue, but. So, do you have any other thoughts on Die Hard?
Just
Or the Challenger?
no, not a lot of thoughts on the chat, except for the Challenger was probably Ronald Reagan's fault. We should probably say that cutting
Okay.
budgets to the NASA made them skip a lot of things.
That's just important.
The washers that were worn out that ended up causing the Challenger explosion, that probably would have been caught if it wasn't for Ronald Reagan cutting the budget. That's just something you should know because he sucks. Die Hard though, fucking sick movie.
Go watch Die Hard.
Yeah, if for some reason you haven't seen Die Hard, go fucking watch Die Hard. It's awesome.
There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, watch Die Hard. This might be one of, if not my favorite movie that we've watched for HBO Max so far. This is good.
There's not a lot of movies better than Die Hard.
That's interesting. Yeah, I can see why. And it's got a good runtime of 2 hours and 12 minutes. That's a personal thing. It's my birthday. Where can people follow you on the internet if they want?
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't follow me on the internet.
Okay.
There's no value in that.
You can follow the podcast if you want.
Yeah, do that instead.
Yeah, make this our.
If you
full-time
want to
job.
hear from me, just follow the podcast.
Hear me out. Okay, Brandon, I thought of a new plan because I graduate in May. Okay. This should become a full-time job. So then I don't
agree.
have to worry about trying to figure out what to
I
do
agree.
for work. And then we can make a studio somewhere. I don't know where. A place. And just do a podcast for a living. And then
Yeah,
that's
that
it.
sounds good. I like that idea.
I'm a big fan of that idea. And we make billions with the B.
That's too much money.
Okay, millions with an M.
Yes, with an M. I like that better.
Yes, millionaires. Millionaires, yeah. And then we fix all the problems of the world. That's how it's done. That's how we do it. So yeah, help us achieve that dream of that. Twitter, HBO Max, HBO Maks, youtube.com/@ HBO Maks, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find your podcasts, HBO Maks. Like, comment, subscribe. What should people comment today?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's good. I knew it was coming too at some point, but I still cheered. It was
Best catchphrase
so
ever.
good.
Especially in this one, like it's actually like really understated. Like it's not like meant to be like a big deal in this one. He just like he almost whispers it.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, comment that. And I think it's it. Hit the bell if you want.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. No,
We're kind of doing Christmas month right now.
We're
know?
kind of doing Christmas.
So,
I wanted to ask you about your thoughts on this being a Christmas movie because I know that's a big debate.
I mean, I watch it on Christmas every year, so I consider it a Christmas. What did you think?
I thought I think for me it fell in the same category as like. I'll give an example. So, in MASH, there was an episode where it was technically considered their Thanksgiving episode, and they had a turkey, and it made everyone sick. There was also a plot where Hawkeye and BJ made friends with a North Korean soldier. So, like, it wasn't really Thanksgiving, but it took place on and around Thanksgiving. So I'm in the camp of yes and no. I can see why people say no, but I can see why people say yes. I think personally I would fall on the side of yes, but I can see.
So
both sides.
one, Christmas permeates the film, right?
Right.
There's Christmas music on the soundtrack, takes
Mm.
place at Christmas. Ho ho ho, now I have a machine gun, stuff like that. But also
Yes.
like the actual like the story as opposed to the plot is actually, I think, very thematic of Christmas, which it is John McClane reuniting with his family.
Okay, that's nice.
So I very much consider this a Christmas movie.
Okay, so that's good reasoning. It's very good reasoning. Shout out to Christmas.
Robert Brockway wrote a really great article on Cracked that I think has started most of this discord that explains it way better than I can. But like he full on like does like here's like the thanks part of like giving thanks part. Here's like the the giving gifts part of Die Hard. Like Robert Brockway wrote a really fantastic article. Just look up like why Die Hard is the best Christmas movie. Crack.com. You'll go read that. It's great.
Okay, I'll do some reading. And yes, and with that, thank you for watching. Christmas. Die Hard. Don't die hard.
Don't die hard.
Yep.
Well, if you're gonna die, die hard.
Oh well, yeah, but like, don't. Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
die.
Don't die, but don't.
But if you have to.
But if you have to, don't
Die
die
hard.
hard. Yeah. Or yes, die hard. Do die hard. Thank you.